What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Listen, I'm laughing, but it's actually sad. So remember when Summer Lee said that there is a quota on black people in the Republican Party? She said that the only black people Republicans think are competent are black Republicans, but there's a quota on that even. Well, Donald Trump has proven that again, because for his second straight administration, he has chosen a black person to run housing and urban development. Yeah, the first time around, he chose Dr. Ben Carson, a world-renowned neurosurgeon, to run housing and urban development. Because, of course, he heard the word urban and he thought, that's got to be a black guy, right? So now he's chosen Scott Turner. And I can't imagine what Byron Donalds and Tim Scott are sitting around looking like. I mean, they must be pissed. I mean, imagine being Tim Scott. Like, I know you guys have seen some of these videos, but this is one of my greatest hits right here, because this is where Donald Trump disrespected him to his face and then made a joke about it, because, as I've said many times, when you're a black Republican, you have to stand around and be the punchline of subtle racist jokes about you. And that's exactly what Tim Scott does in this video.
Which is hard. I mean, did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician. That's why he's a great politician.
So imagine doing all that shucking and jiving, all that buck dancing, and not even getting a phone call from Donald Trump. The one job that he has for any black person, he gives it to a former NFL guy. Looks over Tim Scott, who said, well, I just love you, sir. Looks over Byron Donalds, who's out there just, saying that Laura Trump is the best to be a senator of Florida. And Byron Donalds is out there saying that Linda McMahon is going to make a great, Secretary of Education. Shucking, jiving, buck dancing, tap dancing away, just shining shoes to get a job, and hasn't gotten one. And believe me, they'll be out there in a couple of days saying, oh, what a great pick for housing and urban development. It's a joke. It's a complete joke. And for those of you guys who don't know much about housing and urban development, I could tell you this. They have a budget of $73 billion. Don't think that this department of this Doge department that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be chairing, this Doge department, won't be trying to cut that, because housing and urban development uses that budget typically to help with affordable rent, affordable housing, to cut down homeless, and Republicans don't care about that. So that $73 billion, when they're talking about cutting the federal budget, when they're talking about cutting all the waste, yeah, they're talking about cutting from areas like housing and urban development. So the black guy who's in charge of that is probably going to oversee a huge budget deficit and look like an idiot, because what else would Donald Trump do to a black person in his administration? Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.